Be big.
Yes.
Personal foul, Ramsay. And see, now, and whoop, no, personal foul, Parker.
Offset.
Offsetting. So that's a gift to Ramsay, actually, because now Ramsay has it 1st and 10 at the 34. That could have been disastrous.
Right. I'm sure the coaches are going to get their guys get in their faces right now and sell this thing down.
Twins to the right, one man to the left. Couple of men in the backfield for Ramsay here on 1st and 10 from the 34. 2:28 to go in the opening quarter. Hand off, and he may break it. Oh! Touchdown saving tackle there.
Absolutely.
By Amari Carr. Play picks up 9 yards. Great burst there by Jake Martin.
Yes, indeed.
I could have run through that hole, guys.
All right.
Not for long.
He's off again.
Another hole.
Oh!
Yeah, face mask.
Face mask, horse collar.
Should be the 5-yard variety in my.
Mayor, I see a lot of construction around 5 Points West. What's going on over there?
Listen, we made a commitment early as an administration that we not only wanted to support investment in downtown, we wanted to support west of 65 and north of 65. You know, there are many neighborhoods that have been neglected over the years west of 65. So the first thing we wanted to do was start with build back in filling a grocery store that left. We kept that promise, and now there's a Winn-Dixie back in 5 Points West. Second thing we did was we talked about existing small business owners, their potential growth or expansion of their businesses. So we're excited about on the corner right there, 5 Points and 20th Street. Small business owner Eric Guster is expanding his footprint right there at the heart of where he grew up as an Hensley High School graduate, bringing it back home. You can't beat that.
Absolutely.
And then on the fairground complex, we are paying homage to the original fairground concept of family fun. So we literally are building a $15 million family fun center that will include a skating rink, a jump park, a bowling alley, an event space,
wow,
pickleball, and so many other things for families. We don't want our families to have to leave the city limits to have fun.
Let me jump in right quick. That was a personal foul. Face mask, half a distance to go. 1st and goal, Ramsay at the 6. This is their second time in the red zone. Let's see if they come away with points.
Stuffed in the middle.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and goal from, well, actually lost a yard, Steve. Mayor, you a big football fan?
I am. I actually had to go to AT&T. I'm the type of fan that when football season's over, I don't want cable anymore. So I went today to get my cable back on.
I'm with you. Man, I want to follow up on what you said about the Fun Center. I mean, get busy. I may have missed the press release and the news story, but that's amazing because, like you said, Fair Park was that place where we would go for fun when we were growing up.
Absolutely.
And so let's talk about, while we got a timeout, let's talk about the elephant in the room. This is the Stop the Violence game, and that's what we're working for. I think the city has done a great job with all of our new venues, making sure they're secure, making sure they're safe. We don't hear issues about City Walk. People are enjoying it from multiple states, not just even in Birmingham. So how have you addressed, I know you do a lot of it with your bully pulpit, but what are some of the things we're doing to bring new things so that families can really enjoy them?
I think one of the biggest things is I communicate directly with parents. Listen, we are all children at one point. We know we wanted to have fun too, but there were rules, right? And you protected the space if you wanted the space to remain open and for the public. We don't want to over-police our kids, man. We have no desire to do that. But home training still matters in 2023.
Absolutely.
And these public spaces aren't designed for you to just drop your kids off. We will pick them up for you. So the point is, listen, dear parents, teach your children home training. Make sure there's some form of adult supervision, and if things get out of hand, we're going to hold you accountable, not your child.
Absolutely, and that's
really
where
the
attitude you have to take, and that's what other cities do, and that's what we have to do. Let's see what we got here,
Robert.
2nd
and 7 from 2nd and goal from the 7. Keenan And the shotgun, the fade in the corner, and great
That was
defense.
great coverage.
I was actually looking for a flag. I know if I was
'Cause he didn't turn his- he
Ramsay,
didn't
I
turn his
was.
head.
Yeah, you're right. That was a great defensive play.
Yeah, he ran stride for stride with him on that one.
That was Eric Tarrant again.
So, Mayor, as you know, as a matter of fact, we were at City Council meeting a couple of weeks ago. Baseball is at my heart. After this play, I want you to talk to us about what's coming with the Major League next year.
Oh man, excited.
Trips to the right, one to the left. Man in the backfield, Keenan hands off to number 1, Jones.
And
He picks up maybe 3 yards, and it'll bring up 4th and goal from the 4. And we're less than a minute in the first quarter. Yeah, but go ahead and take that away, Mayor.
Well, listen, the city of Birmingham had an opportunity a few years back, and I would say they fumbled the ball. Pun intended.
Absolutely.
And I think what I've done behind the scenes with some other people in the community is we've tried to hit the restart button in the relationship and the courtship of Major League Baseball.
Okay, let's pause right here, Mayor. Let's see what happens. 4th down.
Marshall Burton in to attempt a 20-yard field goal to get Ramsay on the board to snap the place, the kick, and they are all good with 16 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Parker 6, Ramsay 3.
And that's actually number 38, Will Murray, one of my former baseball players, Robert.
You're right. My bad.
No worries.
He's always right.
But go ahead, Mayor. Tell us about what we have in store.
The opportunity to host this Field of Dreams like game, and the 2 historic organizations, St. Louis, San Francisco, right here in Birmingham, Alabama, at the oldest, literally the oldest baseball field in the nation. We're gonna shine.
Absolutely.
All right, us. And I'm not talking about the administration, I'm talking about the city as a whole. This is a moment for us, and we are happy for our relationship with Major League Baseball. We'll continue to see what type of growth we can have from this one experience. But we're going to continue this courtship and relationship.
Do you know if it's going to be on network TV or not?
It better be.
I'm sure it will be. Absolutely.
I don't get it. Holds what, 11, 12,000?
Yeah, they're going. We're going to do some reconfiguration to expand it to hold more.
Okay.
For this one event.
Well, Mayor, I had a chance to meet Tony Regan.
Oh, yeah. Tony's the truth.
David,
yes.
David James, when they were here on that other project as well. And, you know, I don't know if you thought about the picture to them, but that would be a great place for that youth facility that they wanted to build.
Last conversation with Tony Riggins, I said, listen.
And we've got some more extracurricular activity going on over there on the Ramsay sideline. That was offered with a return. Gets it up to the 23-yard line, but, man, he was met with force.
He was.
There was an opportunity.
And our timeout a while ago was sponsored by the American Federation of Teachers. Go ahead, Mayor.
Oh, ALT. There we go. So here's the short version. Tony, we need that youth program here. We need those fields here for our youth. You tell me what needs to be done. The city of Birmingham will be a willing participant, including financially.
Absolutely, man.
That's where I am.
That's it. That's
where I
it,
am,
brother. That's it. That's it, because that's something that everybody needs to stand behind you on that.
Yes.
Because that would be a game changer for our youth.
Absolutely.
We're working with the Birmingham Metro Little League to get us a pathway to the
Oh,
Little
great
League World
play.
Series. Great defensive play there. And certainly we want to tap onto this talent in the city and bring baseball back to Birmingham. I mean, it's here, but it certainly can have more kids involved.
Listen, Birmingham doesn't have a shortage of youth. We need more youth activities. I think baseball is an amazing outlet, team sport for them. It builds character. And it's America's sport. And I think we as a community need to continue to find ways to invest in it.
Now, isn't there also going to be some revitalization in that community as a result of the game?
Absolutely. You know, we're right here in Smithfield, where Legion Field is. And there's going to be a $50 million revitalization effort right here for the neighborhoods of Smithfield, Graymont, and College Hills. So that's every side of Legion Field. But as we move towards that way, absolutely, we wanted to come all the way over on 3rd and Center Street.
Well, Robert, let's talk about some of this first quarter action. Do you want to go over some of our sponsors right now as we
Yes,
get ready for quarter
that
number
would be
two?
great.
I'm gonna let y'all have it.
Well,
You
Mayor,
leaving us,
it has
Mayor?
been great, man.
Thank you, Mayor.
Come back anytime,
Yeah,
stay as
this is
long as
great.
you want, and keep
I've
up
never
the
done
great
this.
work.
This is cool. I can do it anytime y'all want to.
Absolutely,
I think
my
I can
friend.
hang.
Thank you,
Did a
Mayor.
great job. Thank you, Mayor Woodford. Robert, what a pleasure to have the best mayor in the United States of America
I
here in
agree
the booth
so
with us.
wholeheartedly, yes.
You know, a visionary, a hard worker, a community man, a mayor of the people, the people's mayor, Mayor
Yes.
Randall Woodford.
Our all of our sponsors here is the extra point field goal sponsor is James W. Brown Aflac Agency. Give him a call for supplemental insurance to help pay out pocket medical expenses your major medical insurance doesn't cover. Also, Alabama Federation of Teachers, who I am a member of, proud member of, and also the Alabama Education Association. And we appreciate all of our sponsors giving us the opportunity, Steve, to do what we do.
Absolutely.
This is a labor of love for me, and I know it is you.
Absolutely. I'm not an AFT member. I can't be one because I'm not a
Right.
teacher. But I support Brother Johnny Brown over there and Richard Franklin. They go do a good job of coming to the table when we need to talk about issues. AEA. You got Miss Sister LaMonica down there and Brother Emery Kidd with AEA. And, you know, we all are about making education the best it can be for the children.
Amen.
And so when we can
That's
come
what it's
together
about.
shoulder to shoulder with our politicians, with our employee representatives, with our administrators and our rank and file, hey man, our kids have nowhere to go but up.
Yes, and things are looking up, not only in the school system, but the city.
Absolutely. After that report from the mayor, man, I mean, for those
That's
of you
exciting.
that are listening and watching through our live stream, next time you come home, you're going to see a different Birmingham. You're going to see some things that are headed in a different direction. So right now, the coaches are giving their mid-quarter admonishments. It is 6-3 is our score. Parker with a 3-point lead after Ramsay's second visit to the red zone resulted in a field goal.
Yep. Isn't Mountain Brook a region opponent for Parker? I think so. Yes.
Yes, they are.
They're up on James Clemens 12-0. So got that score. But it was great for the mayor to be here. And I know why he had to go. He had to go and play politics. He got to go to the UAB game and
That's
make it
his
up
job,
there.
yes, to represent us, and he does a great job.
Yes,
So, Robert, what are
definitely.
some of your thoughts from the first quarter?
Well, defensive battle, just like I thought, Steve. Maybe a few too many pre-snap penalties, in my opinion, on both teams. Maybe a little bit too much extracurricular activity. But I've talked to coaches before, and they don't mind a little bit of that chippy play. I mean, they don't want just right out dirty play, getting penalties all the time. But they want their players to play with a chip on their shoulder.
Right, but we got to clean that up, Robert. We're about BCS excellence, and we got to know how to push it, to the edge, keep it in the rules at the line, and then play a good, clean game. So, not criticizing either team, but kind of saying an admonition to both teams. Let's clean it up. Let's play good ball because this is BCS Under the Lights from Birmingham to the world.
I
And we
totally
certainly-
agree, Steve.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I'm sure Coach Jackson, Coach Warren are saying that and saying it quite vociferously on their sidelines.
And two great coaches here tonight.
Absolutely, two phenomenal, great young coaches that we can look forward to, God willing, that they be here doing this for a long time to come, developing kids and bringing forth more BCS excellence. As we sit here in historic Legion Field in the Smithfield community of Birmingham, Alabama, the football capital of the South.
Can you feel the history here? I mean, just imagine Keith Jackson and Frank Royals may have done a game in this booth.
You keep telling me, Robert. I'm afraid I might see a ghost in a minute.
Well, I've got to get a call in a minute, Keith Jackson's favorite. So you just wait, okay?
All right, here
All
we
right,
go. Back
first
to
and,
live action.
second down and 14. Handoff around the left side. Hit in the backfield by QB Reese. Breaks a tackle, and he'll pick up a hard yard. Man, what great defense there by the Ramsay Rounds. Number 7, Purnell on the carry, and it'll bring up 3rd and 13 from the 20, Steve.
Those penalties have really thwarted drives and set both teams back in this game so far.
Twins to the right, one to the left. Handoff up the middle once again to number 7, Purnell, and he will pick up 3 yards, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. Back at, no, it'll be 4th and 10 back at the original line of scrimmage. And Steve, you're right. Penalties, penalties, penalties.
Ramsay gets another touch.
Dropping deep for the Rounds is number 5, Washington. Punting for Parker. I believe that's number 73, Christian Dooley.
Dooley is a phenomenal athlete. He plays football, plays basketball. He's a big guy, but he's quite nimble as a ball player.
Yes.
I remember him as a middle school ball player.
High kick.
And a nice roll.
Oh.
He got it away.
It'd have been another 10 yards if he hadn't hit him.
Yeah, Dooley going to have a conversation with him about that as we get ready for action. The score is 6-3. 10 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in the second quarter. This is BCS Under the Lights.
1st and 10. Ramsay in good field position at the 43, Steve.
Here we go, Rams. The blue, dressed in black.
We got trips to the right, one to the left. Man in the backfield with Keenan here on 1st down.
Parker in a 4-3 defense. Single safety, run to the right. And that's
he might
what
be
happens.
gone, Steve.
That's what happens.
Jaden Martin to the 20, 15, 10, 5.
No.
Oh, me.
Knocked
out at the 1 yard line.
That was number 17 for the Rams. Sophomore.
Jaden Martin. 56 yards. He needed 57.
I told you, remember the pregame.
He's stepping up, isn't he?
Who would step up to replace Ashford?
Here we go on 1st and goal from the 1. It's going to be a handoff, and he's taken down in the backfield. Nice defensive play. Who is that? Number 31 again. Jeremiah Hall. Did you say he's going to play at Alabama?
Jeremiah Beeman, number 9, is the one that is committed to the Tide.
Okay.
Your favorite team, everybody obviously knows by now.
Here comes QB Reese in. Also, Marcel Jones, 2 linebackers checking
Ramsay is
in.
probably going to a formation they call the big bone, where they will line up in an inverted wishbone. Well, yeah, this is the big bone right here. So they're going to pile right behind those 2 linebackers, but it goes nowhere.
Oh. I believe
I'm
that's
sure
number
if I
11,
knew
Brown.
it was coming, Robert. Parker probably knew it was coming, Brett. Yeah, that big bone has been around for a while in Coach Jackson's playbook. That brings up 3rd and 12.
Oh, I just got news of this. Disney has pulled their programming from Spectrum right at 7 o'clock, so no ESPN on the air on Spectrum.
Well,
wow.
they need to come on
That's
over
what
to
I
the
told them.
BCS live stream and check out Under the Lights.
All
Here
right,
we go,
trip
3rd
to the
down.
left, 1 to the right.
That was an illegal
Yeah,
procedure on
and
the quarterback.
Here's a penalty flag, yep. Good call there, Steve.
They put in a replacement. They put Tramel Washington in this red zone situation, and he jumped.
Illegal procedure.
I don't think the ball was snapped when he called for it.
This is the third time that Ramsay has been inside the 10-yard line, and they just fell apart, Steve. Let's just be brutally honest.
Dr. Sullivan said it. They got a little cute in there, and it looks like it has happened again.
3rd and goal, back all the way back to the 17-yard line, Steve. And Keenan back in at quarterback. They had the, I'd call it the heavy package in, but now they'll spread it back out, I'm sure, with Keenan back in at quarterback. Yes, you got, well, they changed the Ryan, and 10 seconds to go on the play clock. Trips to the left, make that quads to the left. One man in the backfield. They get it off. Keenan being pressured.
Oh, he gets
out, but nope, not this time.
Down he goes. Sacked.
All the way back.
Jeremiah Beeman, along with 31 for the herd as well. Jeremiah Hall.
9-yard loss. And now we're looking at 4th and goal back at the 26, Steve. You know, Parker should just let it go inside the 10-yard line. Let them self-destruct.
They bone up very well. You know, they stuff the run, and like you said, the offense, you know, makes the other mistakes.
Yeah. All righty. Play clock is all the way down inside of 10, and they're going to have to call it. They're going to have to burn a timeout. They've got no choice. Yes.
Timeout, Ramsay.
And I could see Coach Jackson. He is not happy. Timeout, Ramsay.
BCS Under The Lights. Go Rams! What's up, everybody? It's Letitia Watkins, Miss Letitia, your District 6 representative for Birmingham City School Board. District 6, home of the Ramsay Rams. So on behalf of everybody on the Hill, welcome to BCS Under the Lights.
Big play coming up.
What's up, everybody? It's Letitia Watkins, Miss Letitia.
Ramsay was at the 1-yard line.
Yes.
1-yard line.
I told you needed 57 instead of 56.
You called it, partner.
And on 3 plays, they've lost 25 yards, Steve.
Wow. 4th down.
And we got twins to the right, 1 to the left. 2 men in the backfield behind Keenan. They're getting some more blocking in there.
Puts it in the air.
Keenan,
man open.
Yes, at the 15. Cuts it back, but he's going to be stopped short at the 12 or 13-yard line. And
there was my man Christian Stinson on the reception, but it was not enough. Parker would take over.
1st and 10 at the 13, Steve. Wow.
Yeah, they gave him the underneath on that. Wasn't a prevent they were in, but they definitely protected the goal line.
Well, and I noticed the change there that the Ramsay offense had made. They left a couple of running backs in there to help out on blocking.
Absolutely. Ramsay was a shorter man on defense, as was Parker. So both teams getting the squads fully lined up. Muhammad calls for it. Up the middle.
Oh, QB Reese, I believe it is. No, that's number 8. Who is number 8?
Cameron Carson.
Cameron Carson, yes. Great defensive play.
Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Thundering Herd. 6 minutes, 53 seconds, and counting in the first half.
To the right, now it's going to be a little fake.
Up the middle.
And not much.
That's our big bruising running back, Amari Brundage.
He's the one that broke that one for 50-something yards, 60 yards.
He is the one.
3rd down and 7 from the 16-yard line, Steve. And it has been a defensive struggle here in the first half, and we expected that. All right, handoff once again.
Up the middle.
And he's not going to get there, Steve. Play picks up 2 yards, 3 yards, 3rd down, or make that's going to come up 4th down.
That's right.
4th and about 4. We got a timeout. I believe this is going to be the Alabama High School Athletic Association heat timeout with 6:01 to go in the half.
Who's our timeout sponsor, Robert?
I don't believe we have one.
Well, give it to AFT.
All righty. AFT, the American Federation of Teachers, and we appreciate all that Richard Franklin and the folks do. Also, we'll go ahead and mention all of our sponsors, James W. Brown Aflac Agency and AEA. We appreciate them. And as Steve mentioned earlier, if you'd like to join the team, we're not a lot like football teams and stuff. Once the season starts, they cut people off, but we don't.
Absolutely. Robert, I've got a list over here.
Okay, I think they're going to run a commercial in the truck.
Success starts in Birmingham City Schools. Teachers, preachers, professors, college presidents, CEOs, chefs, and welders, business owners too. They all get their start in Birmingham City Schools. BCS offers an engaging curriculum in all grades. Pre-kindergarten to prepare our children for the future. Award-winning academies and career technical programs. Middle schools focused on career paths, and early college for scholars who want to get ahead. Go to bmcityschools.org. Begin your road to success in BCS today.
Punt is underway, and it's a backward bouncing punt. Ramsay will get excellent field position.
But Steve, they've had it all night, and 3 times inside the 10 actually, and they've got 3 points. So they've got to make something happen, and I'm sure Coach Ron Jackson is going to emphasize that to them.
And it doesn't normally stay that way. You won't get the same number of opportunities most times in the second half, so they need to take advantage. Twin receivers on both sides. Single back offset to the right of Keenan, who's in the shotgun. He's back to pass. He goes to run, and he's brought down.
Gets right back to actually going to lose a yard. 2nd down 11, back to 36, and that great defensive front for the Parker Thundering Herd doing a yeoman's job tonight, Steve.
Absolutely. I don't know if that was an intentional quarterback run. That definitely would have tricked the Herd, because that is not the strength of Keenan.
Well, I think I seen he felt pressure from the sides and behind, and he tried to run out of it and just nowhere to go.
Keenan back to pass, a little high. Did he catch it?
Yes.
Yes, inbounds. Gain of about 4 yards, bringing up 3rd down.
And 6, yeah, wow.
They're moving them around a little bit, letting them roll out. Try to get away from that Parker defensive line.
Stetson with a great catch there.
Oh, yeah. Stetson is a tall guy, got up and extended himself beautifully.
3rd down and 6 at the 31. Clock running, or no, clock stopped with 5:11 to go here in the half.
Press coverage down here at the bottom.
Oh, whoa.
Over the middle, wide open. But
had a man open, number 8.
Yeah, he
Marcel Jones
had his hot sauce on that one. It went straight by him, Robert.
Well,
4th down.
That was definitely going to be a 1st down and possibly a touchdown.
Absolutely. Do you go back to that, Robert?
I don't know if I would this play or not, but
definitely late in the game for sure.
They're bringing in your man,
Will Murray. Will I am. Will is going to punt. Looks like.
I was going to say that was going to be a long field goal.
Hey, that would have been a 4-star field goal from a high school guy right now.
I'm predicting a fake. Let's see.
Rams are getting their 11th man onto the field.
And we got delay of game, and I think that was on purpose, actually, Steve. But another pre-snap penalty, delay of game against Ramsay, 5 yards to be marked off. And, Steve, another trip on this side of the 50 and 0 yards.
No dividends. Robert, what do you know about Parker High School football history?
Um, a little bit. I mean,
Okay.
know a little bit more about basketball because I was actually friends and another
Another
pre-snap
penalty, and it's
pre-snap
getting a little rough.
penalty. Yeah, we got helmet flying, but Cal Brown was good enough to take this old boy under his wing when I was coaching high school basketball back in the '90s, and I got to know Cap pretty good. But
Well,
yeah, I
tell me
know.
some of the football greats from the Thunder and Herd that you are familiar with.
You're gonna have to throw me a rope, Steve.
I'm going to have to throw him a rope, y'all. Well, Robert, I got a rope for you. I put together a list of some of the top athletes from my experience from Parker High School, and this is in no way a list that and Ramsay sends back out their
Yeah,
offense now.
4th and 6, and they're gonna go for it.
I guess after that 5-yard offside, they feel a little more comfortable. So let's get down to the field.
Twins left and right, Keenan in the backfield. Back to pass, looking, throwing.
Oh, almost picked off
by number 2, Tarrant. And man, we've called Eric Tarrant's name a good bit tonight.
He's been around.
But hit that list, Steve.
Well, you know, it's so many guys that have played at Parker, man, over the years that were good. I'm going to start with some guys that I didn't have on my list, but I talked to a couple people, and they brought up names that I had forgotten about. James Nelson, Donald Williams, Ben Rogers, Tandy Rogers, outstanding running back, Henry Talbot, Robert Clark. I'm sure some of our Parker fans that are watching abroad know some of those names as the current day Herd put it on the field for about a 3-yard
ball
range.
Came out of the hands of 33 Brundridge, but he's able to get it back in. No gain on the play. And man, both these defenses, Steve, are just playing lights out. And we call, that's what the
Absolutely.
talk was.
Now, one player, Robert, I'm sure you know, and he's also on my list as one of the outstanding Parker coaches, not only player, that's Andre Robinson.
Oh, yes, definitely, yes.
Yeah, Rob, homeboy, did a great job as a player, played at Grambling, returned to Grambling as a coach, and also was head coach at Parker as we have another penalty.
Pre-snap penalty again, and I believe they're going to say Ramsay lined up offsides.
Parker had placed
Wow.
in the Wildcat, and Ramsay jumped. Yeah, Andre Robinson.
Probably one of the biggest names to ever come out of the city, probably.
One of the biggest names, but you can't forget about linebacker Robert Taylor, also a Grambling ball player out of Parker, who's both are in the Hall of Fame down there at Grambling.
It was Alford carrying the ball for a yard. Nice defense by Ramsay's number 11 on that tackle, Taylor. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 5. 3rd and 5 at the 36. And this first half. Yep, there he goes. If he can break a tackle, and he does and gets a first down. That was all Nakeem Alford.
Absolutely.
He'll pick up the first down up at the 46-yard line. And, these coaches at halftime are going to have to make adjustments, because the defenses have ruled. All right, he trips to the left, one to the right. Quarterback keeper.
Missed tackle, he got about 3 yards.
Muhammad on the carry, brought down by QB Reese and others.
Now,
2nd
Robert,
down and 7.
Alford transferred over here a couple of years ago from Huffman. He would have been a senior on that young team we saw last week.
All righty, here we go. 2nd down and 7. And another pre-snap penalty. Offsides against Ramsay. Apparently, they're lining up in the neutral zone. And that right there just, man, like I said earlier, will just drive a coach insane. 3:04 to go here in the half, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and 2 at the Ram 48. Handoff up the middle. He'll have his first down.
First down.
Down to the 45-yard line. If I'm looking at it right, Ramsay has one timeout. Parker has all three of their timeouts, and then we're getting in close to the 2-minute drill. Twins right, twins left. Running back besides Muhammad here on first down. Muhammad with time. Yeah, he's going to run. He's to the 45, 40, and he'll be knocked out of bounds down near the 35-yard line by number 24, Jaden Humes. But it is enough for another Parker first down, and they're already up 6-3.
2 minutes and 29 seconds remaining in the first half.
If they score, do they go for 2?
Good question, Coach.
Trips to the right, one to the left. Muhammad in the backfield. And it's an option. Good pitch,
Nice
and he's
pitch.
going to the 30.
Daylight.
Down to the 25, but close to another first down is Amari Brundridge. And they're going NASCAR. First and 10 at the 25.
The herd
Hand
is
off to
found.
Brundridge again.
And he's pounding his way.
Picks up 3 yards there, Steve. They're getting close to the red zone.
Brundage has stepped into the shoes of Tennessee signee Khalifa Keek, and he is toting that ball.
And he is a big kid. He is 6 foot 225, and actually, to me, Steve, we're way away from him, but he looks bigger than that.
Absolutely.
All righty.
Alford back in the backfield now, looking to quick pass, tip.
Oh, and
almost
almost
intercepted.
intercepted. Ooh.
They had a wide open receiver in the end zone.
And I think actually Alford was.
He was open in that
He
flat.
was.
I'm
Third
sure they'll
down.
dial that one up a little later.
Ooh.
Third down, 1 minute and 46 seconds remaining in this very tight football game here at Legion Field.
Twins to the left and the right.
Another penalty.
Oh, pre-snap penalty against Parker.
My goodness, Robert.
I know they've been 15. It'll back it up and be 3rd and 12 back at the 27-yard line, Steve, with 1:44 to go in the first half. Again, Twins right and left. Man in the backfield is Alford besides Muhammad. He'll hand it off to Alford. He'll cut it up into the inside, picks up 4 yards, and it's bring up 4th and 8. Man.
Another drive impacted by a penalty.
You know, I don't know which defense I've been more impressed with tonight. They have both played extremely well, and Parker's going for it.
Absolutely.
And
Okay,
looks
we got
like
a
we're going to have a
timeout here.
timeout. Yep, timeout. Parker with 1:07 to go in the half, and we'll take a quick break.
Absolutely. We're so
You're
thankful.
watching BCS Under the Lights. Go Herd. Can you?
I'm James Sullivan, member of the Birmingham Board of Education, representing District 5. You're watching BCS Under the Lights.
BCS. Showcasing BCS Scholar Athletes.
All right,
righty.
here we are.
Yes, go
4th
ahead, Steve.
down.
Trips to the left, one to the right. Muhammad in the backfield, throwing, got a man wide open, and it's Alford for the touchdown. And we got another penalty flag in the end zone.
Yeah, because he did his dance. He's doing his Billy White Shoes Johnson impression and just got a 15-yard penalty.
Oh, my goodness. I think the touchdown will be good, but
It's going to impact the kickoff, which puts Ramsay in a position to try to score here much more easily.
well, unless they take it on the extra point.
It doesn't look like they are, Coach. The score now is 12-3.
Let's see what the official calls.
Wide open was
Yeah.
Naeem Offer.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Parker. Touchdown is good, and they are going to take it on the kickoff. That's a smart move there by Coach Jackson. But that does put Parker up 12-3 with 1:01 to go here in the half. And
That
not
was the
sure.
coverage
Yeah.
there to leave Offer wide open in the end zone. I mean, that was all he had to do was just put his hands up and catch it.
Well, they're going to go for 2, I think. Yes. So I might have would have
Sure.
backed them up here.
Looks like Dooley is about to kick.
Yep,
Dooley
you're
is
right.
about to
Yep,
kick.
Dooley is in there for the. Is it? Yeah, that's Dooley. Dooley in to kick. Holding will be Jelks. Left-footed kicker. Snap to place the kick,
Solid.
and
it's
it is
good.
good. Yep. So with 1:01 to go here in the first half, 13-3 Parker. Are you surprised, Steve?
No, I'm not surprised. It's actually the way I thought the game would play out to this point. And that extra point was sponsored by James W. Brown, District Sales for Aflac. Give them a call at 205-945-1130. James W. Brown, District Sales Coordinator. And the American Federation of Teachers, another one of our great partners for our BCS Under the Lights broadcast.
And I invited my friend Richard Franklin in to come up and sit with us, but apparently he didn't make it.
Well, maybe some other time Richard will join us as we get ready for this kickoff. 1 minute, 1 second. They're going to be kicking off from the 25. That should give Ramsay pretty good field position to try to get something done before halftime.
Yes, the normal kick is from the 40, but with a 15-yard penalty. If I was coaching, I might make that young man run a couple of extras. What do you think? What's your attitude on that?
Yeah, you know, you definitely want to talk about it. Can't put your team in a position to be hurt. Big kickoff here, deep. Pretty good deep kick by Dooley. On the ground, Parker has a chance. They cover him. Tremel Washington gets loose. Force him out at 38. And we got another late block there. And a penalty flag is down. That's probably going to move the ball 15 yards forward for the Rams. And the blue will take it.
I don't see a flag.
Yeah, he threw it. Actually, but
Block
he called
in the
holding.
Back. Yeah, or blocking the back. Yeah.
Against Ramsay.
It was behind the play, too, Steve.
Wow.
That's going to be 15 yards from the
spot of the foul.
Well, which was at the 30, apparently.
Okay, well, 55 seconds. That makes this drive a little more difficult.
Because they had gotten it up near the 40 with a broken tackle by Washington. All right, Twins left and right. Keenan in the backfield.
Back to pass. He's looking. He
Had
goes
plenty
deep.
of time. Got a man
got
open.
somebody is short.
Number 11 for the Rams. Taylor had beaten Merritt.
Yeah, 3 had a pick if he had turned around. But you know, Robert, you know my brother is a defensive back coach with the Steelers.
Right.
And I've been with him in a lot of different places, taking my son to be recruited and scouted, man. They're coaching these guys not to look back now. They coach them to look forward and run through the receiver and put your hands up.
Handoff up the middle, going nowhere. No gain on the play.
I think the Rams will be better off just kind of killing this, letting time run out.
Martin on the carry. 3rd down 10.
However, with the clock stopping, they're going to have to run a play. Now the clock is started back. We're looking at about a 10-second differential on this 3rd down. And Parker called timeout.
Yeah, I think with 40 seconds they called timeout, actually.
That was a wise move because they should get it in decent field position.
Right, timeout, Parker. That is their last timeout if the scoreboard is correct. 40 seconds to go. They're hoping to get a stop here on 3rd down, Steve. Force a punt and maybe get a break on the punt.
Absolutely. Robert, I tell you another outstanding Parker player that got some notoriety. He's still around in the city today, making moves and trying to help. That's Chris Woods, outstanding receiver. Went on to play at Auburn and spent about 3 years in professional football.
And I think he's former city councilman, is he not?
His son is a city councilman now.
Now, okay.
Yeah, over in District 1.
Well, 3rd down 10, what do you do, Ramsay? You're at the 15-yard line. You certainly don't want a turnover. You don't want a pick six or a turnover.
It's tough.
So
looks like they're just going to run it. Well, no, they're calling the play. I hadn't seen a huddle this year, Robert. I thought they were doing the bunch formation. Okay, they put in Tremel Washington, the quarterback. He's coming out of the Wildcat, and he can't go.
He's going to be close to a 1st down. It's all according to the spot.
He got it, Robert.
I don't know, Steve. Did he? Yep, he did. 1st down. So, wow.
35 seconds for Rams.
And he did get out of bounds. So now, well.
Now Keenan goes back in.
1st and 10 at the 25. You got Twins to the left, Twins to the right. And you've got in the backfield besides Keenan is Martin. Here comes the Parker rush. They've got a screen set up. Here goes Martin, and he's caught from behind by number 2, Eric Tarrant. But he picks up 12 yards and a Ramsay 1st down. Clock will stop long enough to set the chains. Wow, what a turn of events. Parker calls the timeout. Ramsey's now moving the ball.
Andrews comes over to give us trips on the right. Now the running back offset to the right. Keenan back to pass, rolling out. And he catches it, but he can't maintain his balance back. That is Jacob Andrews.
Yeah.
Brings up 2nd down, 8 seconds before halftime.
2nd down and 3. Twins left and right with Martin in the backfield beside Keenan. Man in motion. Keenan takes the snap.
He's looking, he throws it up, down the middle. Interesting. Did they touch him? Did it make a difference?
Ooh. That was number 5, Washington, defensively for
1 second remaining before half.
And
I think they missed one there, Robert.
Ramsay was upset. You could hear their fans.
I think they missed one there.
He hit him before the ball got there.
He did. Maybe they were saying it was uncatchable.
Yeah. And
Ramsay takes a knee. And that's halftime. 13-3 is the score. The Parker Thundering Herd in the lead at the first annual Stop the Violence Classic.
That's right, and this halftime show is brought to you by the Alabama Education Association. The Alabama Education Association is proud to support Birmingham City Schools. AEA is committed to advancing the cause of public education and believes every child deserves a quality education. AEA sincerely thanks all educators in attendance cheering for their teams. Enjoy the game and visit myaea.org to learn more.
All right, well, we're going to get ready for some halftime action. We're going to see the Parker Thunder and Herd take the field first, followed by the Ramsay High School Marching Bands. We're going to take a break and let you enjoy the halftime show as we prepare for the third quarter of the Stop the Violence Football Classic,
And
Legion Field.
yeah, and the defense have been stopping tonight.
Absolutely, they have. Now, the Parker Field, as you see, the teams making their way to the locker rooms, and the Parker band is coming out, getting ready for their performance. Robert, before the band comes out, any keys you want to go over from what you've seen so far in the first half?
Well, how many times did we say pre-snap penalty?
Too many.
How many times did we say personal foul and sportsmanlike conduct?
Way too many.
That is going to be the keys. Pre-snap penalties, just penalties in general, Steve. I think that's what's going to determine this game.
I agree with you, and as we said in our pregame analysis, we identified Parker as having a top defense, and they were going to be able to do their thing. It's going to be critical for Ramsay to get some downfield passing. Parker is pressing up on those screens. That's a Coach Jackson hallmark. Everybody knows it. So they're going to have to get some plays down the field, some connections across the middle in order to make something really happen for their offense.
Well, and you can tell it's second game. I mean, as well coached and as much talent both these teams have, they made some mistakes that you can't make and win a championship.
Absolutely. Well, we're getting ready to give you a great sideline shot from the stands here in the Old Gray Lady as we prepare for the halftime performance by the Parker High School Thunder and Herd, followed by the Ramsay Rams. I'm your host, Steve Brown, with my man, Robert Bradford. We will be back after the halftime show.
The honor, Michelle, for both Parker and Ramsay High School for the inaugural Stop the Gun Violence Football Classic. Fans, let's give our honorees another big round of applause. Thank you.
That was the Parker High School Thunder and Herd marching band. As we now prepare for the Ramsay High School marching Rams, the home team tonight, performing last at our halftime show. As our teams come back on the field for warm-ups, we see that there's only 2 minutes remaining in halftime, but Robert, I think they're going to make exceptions because this is a classic. Let's check out the Rams
and they should, yes. One of the best bands around.
That was a great halftime performance by both bands. And right now you're seeing the March in Blue from Ramsay High School, closing it out, blowing it. That's what we call that, Robert. They blowing it.
Great job. I enjoy the band. I don't know if you know this or not, but in 2021 and 2022, my son was a drum major.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
I love bands. You know,
absolutely.
The bands are a big part of the Thursday, Friday night high school football. Now, Steve, I'm seeing that we ran over, and I certainly hope that that they don't call a delay of game penalty against Ramsay because they recognize the Stop the Violence victims.
Right, yeah,
families.
that would have been discussed before the game and gotten that understanding with the officials.
I sure hope so.
Absolutely. Oh, it would have been a flag on the penalty as soon as that clock hit, I think, 0, had they been going to call that delay of game. So we see Parker coming out on the field. Ramsay won the toss and deferred to the second half to receive the kickoff. In that first half, Robert, we saw somewhat of a comedy of errors. 2 handfuls of pre-snap penalties, thwarting drives that were for Ramsay in the red zone.
Yeah.
I think they lost about 3 or 4 opportunities to score.
Well, and you can't do that. Like I said earlier, Steve, you cannot do that and win championships. And Ramsay's got to find a way to correct that.
Absolutely. We want to give a big shout out to the Parker Alumni Association, the Ramsay Alumni Association, many of whom are watching via live stream. This is your way to stay in touch with home. Stay it locked. Keep it locked right here, BCS live stream, not just for this game, but for every week. We're going to transition into basketball after football season, so we want you to stay right here as we get ready for the kickoff, and it's underway.
And Martin are back deep.
Tremel Washington gets it, hesitates, and he's taken off and brought down at the 33. Thought they put a little delay move on him, Robert.
Yeah, kind of put him to sleep. I don't know if that was on purpose or not.
I
That
believe
a
it
little bit
was.
Weird.
I saw a kid do that last week for USC. Kid Branch, number 1. He was dynamic in that game.
1st and 10 at the 31 as we begin play here in the second half for Ramsay. Do you think it's a must-score situation for Ramsay yet?
No, I think it's too early. What I'm wondering about, though, is the substitution pattern. We see Keenan in at quarterback.
Oh,
And up the middle, there he goes.
Jaden Martin, and he's going to be caught from
He's
behind. Wow.
Walked him down, Naeem Offer did. Wow. And we know, like before, that could make a difference.
Yes, got down to the 1-yard line. Now it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 12. Wow, what a run, though. Let's not take away Jaden Martin with a great run, but
once again,
wow,
Jaden
never
steps
giving
up.
up is offered.
So
Checking
Ramsay
in
down
is
in the
Cooper.
red zone again.
This is their 4th time, and they've got 3 points. Here we go on 1st and 10 from the 12. And big play there by the Rams. The biggest play of the night, I'm pretty sure. No, that was longer than the 50-something yarder. Here comes
Pass out to the right.
Washington.
Washington forced
And
out.
Right
No
at the line
gain.
of scrimmage. Number 20 on the, not the tackle actually, but the push out is 20, Carlton Duncan.
Now here we go. That's what I was alluding to, Robert, the substitution pattern. Ramsay is taking Keenan out, put Washington in at quarterback
In the red
here in
zone.
the red zone.
He did pick up 3 yards on the play, 2nd down and 7 from the 9. And you're right, we're in the shotgun with number 5, Tremel Washington. He'll hand it off.
Marcus
Nice
Jones,
move.
nifty moves.
And he'll get inside the 5, still fighting down to the 3-yard line. It's Going to be just short of the first down, Steve.
3rd and 1.
3rd and 1 from the 3-yard line.
Washington remains in the game at quarterback. Rams getting their signal from the sideline.
Twins to the left. Now it's going to be trips to the left.
Quarterback
And this
run. Oh, he tried to
Yes,
stick
he
it
got
out.
in. Touchdown.
He
J-Rock
called
to
it a
Marcus
touchdown.
Jones. And now penalty flags coming in again, Steve.
That was Jamarcus Jones for the Rams.
But another penalty flag on the play. Let's see what the play. Dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct against Parker. And the touchdown is good, so it'll be a half a distance. I'd almost go for 2 here, Steve.
Scored 13-9.
Well, they're not marking it off. I guess it's going to mark it off on the kickoff.
Will Murray setting up for the point after attempt, sponsored by Aflac, James W. Brown, sales consultant, and it is good.
10-17.
13-10,
man, right back. Hey, I asked you earlier in the drive if this is the must-score drive. You said no, but they did score.
They did score, and no, I still don't think that they're under any pressure right now. They just need to maintain and play good football.
And if I'm correct, they're going to be kicking from Parker's 45-yard line, Steve, because of the unsportsmanlike conduct.
That is correct.
You know, those are killers. I mean, killers. Yes, and once again, as Steve said, we appreciate our Aflac sponsor, James W. Brown, Aflac Agency. Give him a call for supplemental insurance to help pay out the pocket medical expenses your major medical insurance doesn't cover. James W. Brown, Aflac Agency. Aflac.
And here's the kickoff from the 45. There's Robert with his new skills, sound effects. Do it, Robert.
Ready to kick.
Off from the 45.
He's got the ball laid down. It's going to be a squib kick. No.
Offer. He's dangerous. He's dangerous. He's dangerous.
Let's see who made that tackle or who slowed him down. I believe that's number 28 for Ramsay. Brian Bowers, and Steve slowed him down enough.
Just enough.
May have been still running.
So Parker comes out of this with not as bad a field position as it could have been. The bands have fired it up. They probably won't cease till game's end, Robert. The spirits are high. 3-point game, 3rd quarter.
1st and 10 from the 39-yard line.
Muhammad hands off to Brundage, goes outside and forward. He's going forward, Robert.
He's toting the mail, Steve.
He may be a little bigger than Keith.
He hadn't got, well, I say he hasn't got extreme speed, but he broke one earlier, so
yeah,
he's got some speed.
He's the next iteration of the great Parker running back.
Handoff around the outside is
Good
number
stick.
7, Purnell. Good defense again by the Ram defense, and it's going to bring up 3rd down 6 at the 43. 3rd down 6 from the 43.
This could be a big stop if Ramsay can get one right here.
Muhammad in the backfield, twins to the right. One man split wide to the, or make that to the right, and then 2 to the left. Running back beside Muhammad. And it's going to be a handoff to number 7 right up the middle. That's Purnell. And he'll pick up about 3 or 4 yards, and it's going to bring up 4th down and a yard and a half, 4th and 2. And looks like Parker's coming in with a heavy package, Steve.
Yes, they are. Look like Alfred is in now at quarterback. So probably going to put him in a wildcat situation. Big play call here for Parker on a 4th
I mean, if you
and
don't
3.
get it, if you don't get it, you're giving it to them in their territory. And timeout,
I think
Ramsay.
you had an illegal procedure on Parker, I believe.
No, timeout, Ramsay.
I think Coach just prevented a penalty for Parker, though.
This is a Alabama Federation of Teachers, AFT, timeout.
AFT.
With 8:46 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Robert.
I'm Coach Frank Warren. You're watching BCS Under the Lights. Go Herd. I'm Coach Frank Warren.
I'm James Sullivan, member of the Birmingham Board of Education, representing District 5. You're watching BCS Under the Lights.
High snap.
Alfred.
Alfred around the left side.
Still
And
far.
he gets the 1st down. Naeem Alfred. Naeem got some swag about himself, Robert. He's down there pointing after that 1st down.
I wouldn't want to get in a foot race with him, Steve, that's for sure.
No, he would burn you, Robert.
I guarantee you, we could both start at the goal line, and I could run to the 20 and back to the goal line. He could run to the 50 and back to the goal line and beat me.
1st down for the Herd.
Twins to the right, one man to the left.
Rolling right.
Muhammad being pressured and taken down.
And that was almost a horse collar. Good it didn't stick. I believe that's my guy DeMarcus Wynn on that sack.
Yes.
Absolutely. Went to college with his dad at Alabama A&M University.
Lost
Dino
all the way
Wynn.
to the 50. 2nd down and 19, Steve. Wow, that was a big loss there.
Absolutely. Big tackle by the son of a former All-American, and he didn't get off the field. Ramsay attempted to substitute at the 9th hour, and they got caught. Wow.
Like that, 11:59.
Wow. So this 2nd and about 20 is probably going to be what, 2nd and 10?
2nd and 14, Steve, at the 45.
Well, yeah. So that makes it a little better situation for the Herd. I'm sure they accept that help.
Twins to the left and
I
right.
snap again.
Oh,
Run this
man.
stuff.
Who is that?
QB
Oh,
Reese.
QB. Should be called LB, linebacker.
Yeah, Ramsay called a run blitz then, and he stuffed the hole.
And lost all the way back to the 49. 3rd and about 18.
Muhammad back to pass. He's looking.
Oh,
No.
had a man open and missed him. Number 4, Jelks had come open in the zone defense, Steve, and he was pressured, had to throw it too quick. Incomplete pass to bring up 4th and 17.
Brings up a punting situation for Parker. 7 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Jamarcus J. Rock Jones waiting to receive the punt.
And if Parker can take the lead on
And
this,
they blocked it again. Picked up short and brought down, thankfully for Parker, at the 49-yard line. And we just had someone to get drilled over here. Was that Reese locked up with somebody? Now he's dancing on the field. The coaches really need to get these guys, because I noticed, honestly, on that previous play, after Reese stopped that running back, he looked like he said something to the other sideline as he got up. Coaches, they really need to talk to these boys, man.
Keyshawn Johnson for Parker and QB Reese from Ramsey in a little skirmish.
Yeah.
Dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike against Parker. Dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike against Ramsey. Penalties offset.
Now, do you get ejected after 2 unsportsmanlike?
I believe that is
So
correct.
they need to be careful.
Well, I agree, Steve, but they got to quit doing these offset penalties. They got to do the guilty party.
Right.
And
Well, first down for the Rams.
Well, and it'll start costing the team, and then their teammates will start getting on them and make them do right.
Absolutely.
1st and 10 at the Parker 49-yard line. Man in motion. And it's a little flip to Washington around the right side. Great
And
defense.
he is taken down.
Number 2, Eric Charon. How many times have I called Eric Charon?
At least 5.
Yes. Play will lose 4 yards, 2nd down, 14. Back at the 47-yard line.
Parker's defense has stepped up, Robert. I mean, they're pressing on Keenan. Those screens are not going anywhere.
Well,
Ramsey's going to have to go up the field.
You know, it started out with Parker putting a lot of pressure on Keenan. And then it seemed like Ramsey brought a couple of running backs in the backfield. But they've got to do something. They get the ball out quick, little screens, and they've been doing that.
Yeah, and Parker scouted and been playing those screens, Robert. I mean, you got to go up the field.
I believe we got a timeout, Steve, and we'll take it with them. We'll be right back.
Success starts in Birmingham City Schools. Teachers, preachers, professors, college presidents, CEOs, chefs, and welders, business owners too. They all get their start in Birmingham City Schools. BCS offers an engaging curriculum in all grades. Pre-kindergarten to prepare our children for the future. Award-winning academies and career technical programs. Middle schools focused on career paths. And early college for scholars who want to get ahead. Go to bmcityschools.org. Begin your road to success in BCS today.
Both bands are jamming, Steve.
Yes, they are, and we're rocking
Man,
with them.
what an atmosphere here.
I love it.
The old great lady.
All right, here we go.
Fields.
2nd down. Keenan in the pistol. Goes left.
A reverse. Here comes Washington to the 50, 45, 40. Picks up a block, 35, 30.
And he got
a penalty
face
flag
mask, I
on the
believe, at the
play.
end.
I don't know if that's going to be a face mask or a block in the back.
Washington getting up a little gimpy. Yeah, he's signaling face mask down there.
About a 20-yard run there on the reverse.
For the first
to
down.
J-Rock.
And Alford is down for Parker.
And the penalty is dead. Let's see what they're going to call here.
Looks like Alford is just dealing with a cramp.
And we got an injured player on the field. We'll take a break with them, Steve. 6:30 to go, 3rd quarter. Parker 13, Ramsey 10.
So getting a shot of some of our fans here for the Stop the Violence Football Classic.
I'm Dr. Mark Sullivan, Superintendent of Birmingham City Schools, and you're watching BCS Under the Lights.
And a great crowd for a high school game here at Legion Field. I would love to see the official attendance tonight. Hey, there's a Birmingham Stallion shirt from
The Stallions.
from back in the 80s Stallions.
Two-time USFL
Back
champs.
to back.
Yes.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 at the 23.
Got some
Parker
confusion.
with all kind
What
of
happened
motion
there?
going around. Keenan with twins right and left. He's back to pass. Looking, got plenty of time. Into the end zone. Penalty flag.
Tried to get it to Stinson, and you got a pass interference on Parker.
Timothy Merritt defensively, I thought he played him pretty good, but the referee thought different. That will be a half a distance to the goal penalty. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 12. Okay, 3 times in the first half, they came away with 3 points. 1 time in the first half, second half, they've come away with 7 points. Let's see if they can make it 14. You see what champions are made of, Steve.
They've substituted quarterback. They've got Keenan on the side. Looks like Washington is in there in command. And no, they've got Jones in there.
We know who's going to get the ball. Oh, it's a pitch to Washington. Great, pretty good defense there by Parker's Tarrant and Beeman. Play picks up 2 yards, 2nd down and 8 from the 10. You know, Steve, you know that feller that can get on either team and help them out? Oh, Mo. I think Mo is on Parker's side, on Ramsey's side, especially if they come away with a score right here.
I feel it. Keenan back in the game for the Rams at quarterback. 10 seconds on the play clock and counting. 5 seconds. Pistol formation, rolling right, it's back, he throws it, and it's incomplete into the turf. Tried to hit Reese, who was put in on offense. Incomplete pass.
He's got good hands. I've seen him play basketball, and Reese has got good hands and good footwork.
3rd and about 7 for the Rams.
Can your man Murray kick a field goal from here? It'd be about 27 yards.
That might be at the upper limit of his distance.
All right, here we
Washington
go.
in at quarterback for Ramsay.
14 on the play clock. They've got to hurry. Trips to the right. 1 man to the left.
Watch for a pass off play action right here. No play action. Ooh!
Oh, and Washington is hit. Boy,
Crushed
Beeman.
him. Brings up 4th down.
Beeman and others. Loss on the play back to the 16-yard line. It'll
Robert.
bring up 4th and 14, Steve.
The Ram offense has a case of predictability right now. I don't know anything special, but I could have told, I did tell you that was about to happen.
You call the play, and if you can call it, you know the defensive coaches Parker can call
Now we
it.
got Keenan back in now.
Trips to the left, 1 man to the right. Keenan in the backfield.
So I'm going to look for a pass down here to Stinson on the bottom. And he throws it high and is out the hands of Washington. And Parker takes over on downs.
Well, 4 times in the red zone, Steve, and only 1 touchdown. That's 25%. That's not good a percentage.
And they've gotten there on some good runs. That's what's made the difference.
But it's like they get in the red zone and change their offense.
Well, Parker certainly does not mind, I'm sure, as they prepare to take over at their own 16-yard line with a 3-point lead, 13-10, 4 minutes and 24 seconds remaining. This is BCS Under the Lights. I'm your host, Steve Brown, with my man Robert Bradford from Legion Field. From Birmingham to the world, Robert.
Amen. Malik Mohammed, the senior quarterback, remains.
Yeah, the Ramsay band kicking up that good old sideline song. the reunion song. Good to see you again, Robert. Hadn't seen you since yesterday's rehearsal.
It's always a pleasure to see my man Steve.
Yeah, you my guy, Robert. But you know, this is a good time to mention. It's reunion time at Birmingham City Schools, man. All the high schools during the month of beginning in August and September start having their grand reunions. And our big reunion at Ramsay is going to be coming up the week of the 17th of September, I believe. I'm not sure when Parker is. I'm sure Zach can tell us, and we'll put it out there on the air, Zach, for the Hurd family. But yeah, this is time to see all your old friends. Big shout out to the alumni that is watching us over the BCS live stream. This is such a great venue to put out the good news about what's going on right here in the Birmingham City School. Robert,
not sure what the holdup is.
I don't know, buddy. They're over there talking on the sideline with the Parker coaches and players. Look like maybe somebody's getting a rap over there about the 20-yard line. Maybe a little blood or something like that they got to deal with. Robert, the other day I was going through some boxes and I found the original agenda from the meeting when we visited Huntsville in 2019 to go check them out when we were in the planning phase.
That was 2019, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Early 2019.
I'm going to give that to Dr. Sullivan because I know it'll mean a lot to him. The original agenda, Robert.
Wow. Seems like yesterday, but then it seems like a lifetime ago.
It does, man, because we've been through COVID since then.
Yes.
You know, COVID wasn't heard of at that time, and because quite frankly, ladies and gentlemen, we were planning to bring this before last year, but the COVID pandemic delayed those plans. But
probably
all
for a
things
year.
work out in due time.
Exactly.
Looks like we're ready to get back to action now.
Twins to the right, twins to the left. Muhammad in the backfield with Rundrich. Muhammad back to pass, looking.
Put it up.
Got a man underthrown.
Yeah.
Merritt, the intended receiver. And I've noticed both these teams have got a lot of skill players going both ways, Steve.
Yeah. In a game like this, Robert, you need to have your
the best
guys on both sides. Got to do it.
Devin Smith up here in the booth with us, doing a great job working on the technology.
Outstanding and magnificent.
Twins right and left. Hand off to Brundage up the middle.
And he always goes forward, Robert. I haven't seen him go back yet. And he had three guys hanging up.
3 yards on that play, brought down by Carson and others. 3rd down and 7, Steve, at the 19-yard line. And man, I've been more impressed with Ramsay's defense than any other phase of the game. Do you agree with me on that?
It is impressive. You see Sparks going in motion for the Hurd. That's Cedric's son.
Oh, okay.
Cedric Sparks, Chief of Staff, City of Birmingham. Back to pass.
Great, great defensive play there by number 25 for the Rams. Marquell
down. Oh, we got a penalty. What happened now?
Oh, my goodness. They've been joined all night.
Now, the Ramsay guys are grabbing their heads.
If that's against Ramsay, that's going to give Parker a first down.
Did they say something crazy?
Well, he kind of got up and taunted him over him when he personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct against Ramsay.
Wow.
15 yards.
First down.
Thundering Hurd, first down. Oh,
wow.
Goodness. I can imagine how unhappy Coach Jackson is at this point.
I bet you the next game he'll be talking about discipline in his pregame comments.
Well, he just subbed for the young man. The young man's on the sideline now.
Brundage. Now, I'm gonna tell you something, Robert. It's Brundage time.
Ooh.
Watch what's about to happen. It's Brundage time.
Three 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Brundage again.
Brundage time. They get tired. They can't stop him.
Picks up 2 more yards.
3rd and about 2. 3 yards in a cloud of dust for the herd.
And out on the outside, we got them taunting one another, and we got an injured Parker player over here. I think it's just a cramp on number 14, Johnny Moody. And with that, we'll take a quick timeout. You're watching BCS Under the Lights.
The Ramsay band has it on mix right now, Robert. We call that putting it on mix because they're not stopping. They're going from song to song, baby.
Success starts in Birmingham City Schools. Teachers, preachers, professors, college presidents, CEOs, chefs, and welders, business owners too. They all get their start in Birmingham City Schools. BCS offers an engaging curriculum in all grades. Pre-kindergarten to prepare our children for the future. Award-winning academies and career technical programs. Middle schools focused on career paths, and early college for scholars who want to get ahead. Go to bmcityschools.org and begin your road to success in BCS today.
Oh, back here inside Legion Field. 3rd down and 2 from the 43, facing Parker. Brundage again, hit at the line of scrimmage.
Oh!
And taken down.
Oh!
Wow.
He took a hit there, boy.
Number 53 among
Demarcus
others.
Wynn.
And it's going to ring up 4th down and about 3. Back at the 41, play will lose a couple of yards. One of the starting linemen for Parker, helmet come off. Dylan Timon, he's going to have to come out.
Yeah, Dylan is a good player. Dylan had to sit out last year because of a knee injury. Glad he's back on the field this season. You know, Robert, a lot of these kids, they went to school together. Dylan is a Phillips Academy kid, was in the class with QB and Jacob Andrews, man. A lot of love on that field right now, even though they are being quite chippy. Most of it's because they know each other. You know, they know each other. It's nothing more than that.
Alrighty, we got a timeout on the field, and with that, we'll take it with them. You're watching BCS Under the Lights.
I'm Dr. Mark Sullivan, Superintendent of Birmingham City Schools, and you're watching BCS Under the Lights.
Robert, we were speaking about outstanding Parker High School players, and let me just go through the rest of my top 10 list. I went over Robert Taylor, Chris Woods, Robert Jones, I got him at number 8. Newt Walker, outstanding defensive back, number 7. Corday Joseph, Corday Muhammad today, outstanding running back. As we get back to live action, Parker is punting.
Oh, and he goes over his head. Oh, and he's down.
And he goes down. What
Ramsay
an
will
opportunity.
take over at the 19.
And we just got another
more
penalty. And the Ramsay players run out on the field to grab their teammate. Oh my goodness, what is going on? The best hope is that was a dead ball foul and it does not reverse the play because it would make it a 1st down if that penalty happened before that play died. What an error by the Rams. Waiting on the call on the field.
And if it's against Parker, well, either way, this is going to be a big penalty, Steve.
Definitely.
And an uncalled for penalty. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Parker. on sportsmanlike conduct against
Oh,
Ramsay.
okay.
Penalties will offset. Hey, I got to get a quick shout out to Ramsay basketball coach Denton Johnson. Hey, he just sent me a list of his basketball players that are playing football. QB Reese, Ryan Reese, Jaquil Malone, Tramiel Washington, and Zedrick Powell all play basketball very well.
Okay, absolutely. Darnell, send us your list from Parker. Keenan back to pass, and he's sacked.
Down. That's number 31 for Parker.
Loss of about 6-7 yards.
Jeremiah Hall, he gonna look good in crimson.
Jeremiah Beeman is the one that's going to your favorite team.
I'm gonna call Nick after the game, tell him he needs to be looking at Hall too.
well, if you're gonna do that, call him and tell him to go over there and look at that quarterback and change back.
I'll do it while I got him on the phone. Second down and 17 after that.
That's your
7
boy
yard
and all,
loss.
Robert. Second and 16.
Parker's lined up all sides if they call it, and they did.
Screen, red, and squashed.
It'll
1
be-
yard gain.
Yeah, nice play there. Who was that made that tackle? I've lost. Well,
I believe it was offered.
I believe you're right. Third down and 16 at the 25. Are they going to change offenses again?
Well, they haven't subbed quarterbacks yet. They're sticking with Keenan on this one. Keenan back to pass. He's looking. He goes.
Got him in
up
wide
and
open.
He missed it. He was wide open.
Number
Wow.
11, Fletcher
Ooh, he
Taylor.
was open.
Oh my goodness.
4th down.
That's got to be frustrating.
15 to go. Too far for my man Will Murray to kick it through. Ramsay down by 23 seconds in the third quarter. This is another big play.
Twins left and right. Keenan back to pass, got time, throwing it in zone, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Parker takes over on down. Robert, Ramsay had the ball on the 13-yard line.
Yes.
5th time in the red zone.
Well, you know, coaches say we have things to work on. Coach Jackson and the offensive staff definitely have some things to work on.
Yes, they do, Robert. Going back to my Parker list so we can get through it, I mentioned my guy Corday Joseph, outstanding running back, went on to play ball at Tuskegee. Rod Washington, outstanding quarterback. Alan Plum, tremendous tight end, had many big games here at Legion Field, went on to play at Tuskegee as well. Antonio Jackson, quarterback,
wow. Yeah.
went to Alabama State. Orlando Truitt, outstanding kid, went all the way to the NFL, and the #1 Parker football player of all time, Buck Buchanan.
Oh, yes, Kansas City Chiefs.
Absolutely, Hall of Famer.
Pre-snap penalty, delay of game.
Robert, there's some things we need to record. Pre-snap penalty and personal foul. And just save our consternation. 4th quarter, we're going to go down our Ramsay top 10 list. Ramsay football not having as much of a storied history as the Thunder
And what
Herd.
year did they quit football, and when did they
I
pick
believe
it
it was
back up?
73, if I'm not mistaken.
And then pick it up back up to about 2010, wasn't it? Muhammad being pressured, he's gonna
Got a
throw.
man. Nice catch, nice close and tackle. But that was a gain of about 7 yards for the Herd.
Second down and 3 up at the 32-yard line.
And that is the third quarter.
Into the third quarter, Steve, and we'll take a break. It is Parker 13, Ramsay 10. You're watching BCS Under the Lights.
Put your boys up, baby.
What's up, everybody? It's Letitia Watkins, Miss Letitia, your District 6 representative for Birmingham City School Board. District 6, home of the Ramsay Rams. So on behalf of everybody on the Hill, welcome to BCS Under the Lights. What's up, everybody? It's Letitia Watkins. Miss
The stadium announcers exhorting parents, if you have dropped off a child, I guess we should do the same. You may be at home enjoying our broadcast and forgot that your baby boy or your baby girl is out here. So if you have children, you may want to start making your way to Legion Field as we enter into the fourth quarter of the Stop the Violence Football Classic.
And what a classic it has been.
It is a classic game. Now, Robert, speaking of classic, now some of my best memories from this stadium involve the Magic City Classic.
Oh, yes.
So, you know, I went to A&M. My brother played football at A&M. My mother and father met at A&M. So I've been to every classic for all of my life.
Wow. Second down and 3, facing Parker as we begin play here in the third quarter.
Muhammad
Muhammad
set
on
the
the
run.
keeper, yeah, and woo, he may have got there, Steve.
I believe he did.
Well, they marked him down right on the first down marker. We'll have to wait and see.
3rd and a half. We haven't had a measurement these first 2 games.
Thank goodness we didn't last week.
Oh, my goodness. It would have been catastrophic.
3rd and inches. No, they give him a first down.
First down.
And 10. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. But those young men were learning, so we got to give them a break.
Absolutely, they're learning.
There goes
Brundage,
Brundage.
he goes forward. No matter if it's 2, 3, or more, Brundage takes the pile forward.
Picks up 6 yards on the tackles QB Reese. 2nd down, 4. Brundage again.
Brundage.
Close to another first down. Brought down by number 24.
Brundage time.
No,
Now, Robert, the game has been clean after the whistle. It's just after the play or before the play where all the penalties come.
Twins to the left and right. Running back in the backfield beside Muhammad. He's back to pass.
He's
Now
got a
gonna
crease.
Run, and nice tackle.
Way to
Close the
close
gap
that
quickly.
pocket up
Yep,
that time.
and there's your buddy's son, number 53.
DeMarcus Wynn.
2nd down, 10. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Running back in the backfield, Muhammad trying to draw Ramsay off sides. But Ramsay showing discipline.
2nd and 10. Quick
Muhammad
slant.
on it. Yeah,
No,
great.
stop. Nice
And he
curl
got it.
route for the first time down to, is that 14?
Johnny Moody
Moody.
for the first down, 1st and 10 at the 43. And it's going to be very difficult for Ramsay to come back if Parker scores here.
It will be.
Because we're already under 10 minutes to go in the game, Steve. Here's the handoff to Brundage.
Brundage.
Ooh.
It's Brundage time, Robert.
Should we call him Dump Truck?
Hey, call him what you want. He's toting that rock.
Yes, bulldozer. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
Tank.
At the 38. Yes, tank. Yep. All the above.
Bull.
Twins left and right. Brundage and Muhammad in the backfield. Brundage up the middle.
They're just
QB
falling
Reese.
off of him.
And Carson on the tackle. Play only picks up 2 yards. 3rd down and 3. I think we're in 4 down territory, Steve.
I agree with that. I would agree with that.
You're not close enough for a field goal. You're really not. You're too close for a punt.
But yet it's also, I think, a win either way because the way Rams have been playing, if you do try to pin them down, I think it'll be difficult for them to get a drive going.
Alrighty, heavy on the offense. And Muhammad
oh my goodness. Beeman! Touchdown, Parker. What a play. Offered fake the Wildcat run, and they dumped it over the middle to the tight end up the seam. Jeremiah Beeman, the defensive lineman for the touchdown.
Roll Tide.
Robert, if you don't stop that, my boy, forgive him, y'all. Forgive him. He can't help himself.
19-10, Parker. In to attempt the point after. Sterling.
And it's good.
20-10. Parker with 8:29 to go here in the ball game, Steve. The heel just got a little, no pun intended, the heel just got a little harder to climb.
Absolutely, and that extra point was sponsored by Aflac, James W. Brown, District Sales Coordinator. J.W. Brown. I believe Brown went to Parker, I believe. Robert.
And also the American Federation of Teachers, AFT.
That's right.
Steve, this is going to be an exciting 8:29.
Oh, yeah. I'm up for it. How about you, partner?
Yes, sir. Well, we're getting into crunch time, Steve. I won't get you to put your coaching hat on. If Ramsay scores, you go ahead and try it on site according to how much time's left.
You definitely need to. Definitely.
All right. Deep for Ramsay. I believe it's going to be Jones and Washington. It's going to be Jones from the 16.
He's dangerous now. He's
20,
dangerous.
25,
He's
30,
dangerous.
35, 40, 45, 50.
We got a penalty.
And another penalty flag. They may re-kick this one, Steve. There's a penalty flag at about the 42. There's another penalty flag down at the tackle. So this could be a block in the back or a hold and a face mask or something.
2 minute handkerchiefs on the field.
Yes, definitely.
2 minutes.
For these quality of teams, you're right, Steve. Penalties will beat you.
J-Rock got loose on that kickoff return. I know he's certainly hoping that those stats will stand, but
holding against Ramsay.
They will not.
Dead ball foul. Okay.
Sort it out now.
I'm not sure whether the referee said. Apparently it's just one, but I thought I saw a penalty flag down at the tackle.
I thought I did too.
But apparently not. Ramsay will take over 1st and 10 at the 30 after the really good run by J-Rock.
Okay, what we got here for the Rams? Looks like Washington is the quarterback.
Yeah.
Jones out left. Andrews in the slot. And they hand it to their big rusher who's been doing a great job. He gets 3 yards on that carry.
Jaden Martin, a lot of power and speed.
Martin has had a good game for the Rams.
2nd down and 9.
I can imagine he's averaging upwards of about 8 yards a rush. Press coverage over here on Jones by Alford. He can do that. Not many can play Jones up that tight. He almost got through.
One man to beat, and that man was Joseph Holt, and he made maybe a touchdown saving tackle, because I think
and it was a 1st down saving tackle, 3rd and 1, Robert.
Jade Martin would have scored if he had.
Up the middle,
I don't know.
Well,
yep, he got it.
So Ramsay trying to use the ground attack. Let's see what's going to happen now. Watch. Washington is going to take it out of his belly and go around the end. That's what Parker needs to be aware of right here.
Yep, there you called it, Steve, but they were there.
They were there.
Oh, now he's going to
tried
throw
to do
it.
a Tim Tebow jump pass, a little improv there.
What an athlete.
He is.
Number 5, Tramel Washington. He's just a junior. You think they'll move him to quarterback next year?
Tramel, he played quarterback last year.
Yeah, most of the year, did he not?
Yeah, so, I mean, you have to ask the coaching staff about that one.
Well, one thing you can say, he's an athlete.
Absolutely.
He can run, he can
He's a
throw.
game changer, and he's a game saver.
Yes. Here Washington in quarterback once again, back to pass, being pressured now. He's got running room to the 40, 45,
Oh
50,
my goodness,
45.
Tramel Washington.
Wow.
That guy is electric. Now that's all Tramel. He was dead to rights and broke out of that and got the first down.
18 yards and a Ramsay round first down.
Wow.
And Steve, we're down to 7:05 to go in the game. Definitely, if you score, you're going to do an onside kick. Washington remains at quarterback.
Tramel back, looks, throws,
Oh,
complete. Oh, he dropped it.
Oh.
Oh my goodness, what a nice pass by Washington. Right up the seam. I believe that was Andrews, couldn't quite bring it down. Now the defender got his hand up
Right,
and probably ran in front of his eyes on a good defensive move. That brings up 2nd and 10. Now we got a timeout with Parker.
Yep. And with that timeout, we'll take it with them. You're watching BCS Under the Lights.
I am Dr. Carolyn Russell Walker, principal of Ramsay International Baccalaureate High School. You are watching BCS Under Lights. Go Rams!
Dr. Carolyn Russell Walker, outstanding principal of Ramsay Alternative High School for the talented and gifted students, Robert.
Yes.
You didn't know that part of the name, did you?
I don't know that I've
For
ever
the
heard
talented and gifted students.
Now, when I started to work here in 1984, Epic was the school.
Really?
Yes.
Next to Ramsay.
6:59 to go in the game. Parker up 20-10 over the defending 5A state champion.
Absolutely. A big game for both teams, even though it's outside of their class and division. Washington in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff.
40.
Finds some room.
35.
Tramel Washington is out of bounds.
Chased out of bounds by Alford, but play still picks up enough. Well, it's going to be, looks like a first down to me, but.
With Washington, Robert, he gives Jackson a few more options. He's a mobile quarterback. He's beyond mobile. He's a good running quarterback, a great running quarterback. And he seems to put a good spin on the ball as well. They're going to need him right now. 6 minutes and 55 seconds in the game, down by 10. Can Mr. Washington get the Rams into the end zone?
Washington
Back to pass.
He
eludes.
Oh, he's got running room. Now he's going to stop.
Eludes again, and he's out of bounds.
That was a nifty move.
Yeah, the receivers were locked. Alford had J-Rock locked. Stinson was locked up top, and he had nowhere to go. He probably would have been better running it when he had that first little window there.
Yeah.
You can't get him off. 2nd down.
But Parker's speed on defense. I mean, Washington is fast, and they had 3 guys closing on him with the angle quickly.
Absolutely.
And it'll bring up 2nd down and 11 back at the 34-yard line. And if Ramsay loses, they're going to think about all those times they had it deep in Parker territory and didn't score. Washington back
He's
to pass.
back. He's looking. Eluding, 5 men on him. He throws.
Intercept.
No.
Oh, man.
Could have been, almost was.
Timothy Merritt, a junior cornerback. Hit him in the wrong place, Steve.
Now, they had 3 receivers clustered there. I would imagine at that point the boys had broken off their routes, as they should have done on the possession before, and come back to the quarterback.
Yes.
3rd down, definitely four down territory, 4 down situation.
And beginning to wonder if Kenan may be injured. I don't know though. I don't see him even standing around the coaches. I'm trying to spot him on the sideline, Steve.
I understand they played multiple quarterbacks last week as well.
3rd and 11. Twins left and right. Washington takes it. Looking a little screen.
Got Jones.
Oh, and nice play there by number 20, Carlton Duncan, a senior linebacker. And play may have picked up 2 yards, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, they put a good lick on Jones, man. I saw that shoulder to the thigh. And he's coming off gimpy. They took him down hard on that tackle. He was going in. The defender was coming from the other angle.
And you got to go for it on 4th down. Play clock is running at 15. They're going to have to get a play called. And 5-4. They're going to
5 seconds.
They're going
3.
to have to call a timeout.
Timeout.
Timeout Ramsay with 5:47 to go. And with that, Steve, let's take another break. You're listening to BCS Under the Lights.
BCS. Showcase BCS gonna have BCS Under the Lights.
From Birmingham to the world, this is BCS Under the Lights. We're here at Legion Field. I'm your host, Steve Brown, with my partner, Robert Bradford. 5 minutes, 54 seconds remaining in this contest between the Ramsay Rams and the Parker Thundering Herd. It has been a close game throughout. Parker just put a little distance between them and the Rams by a score on their last possession to give them a 10-point lead. The Rams have a 4th and 10, desperately needing the score to try to then go to an onside, Robert.
Yeah, I think if you don't score here, Steve, it's going to take nothing less than a miracle for Ramsay to come back. They've got to get a 1st down, if not a touchdown here on this play. I mean,
what do you see here in the play call, Robert?
You got to give Washington a chance. I mean, get him out in space. And, you know, I know it sounds kind of crazy, but RPO, you know, he's got trips to the left, Twins to the right, Washington in the backfield, but it's by himself, low snap.
The middle is wide open.
He's to the 20.
Oh, my goodness. Took him by the shoe. Touchdown.
Wow. Tramel Washington. Woo. I'm having to pull my pants
You
back
better
up.
pull them up and tighten your shoes, baby.
He faked me out of my britches.
This is BCS Excellence. We have a tight ball game. 20-16 is the score. This point after is going to be sponsored by Al Flack and James W. Brown.
And AFT.
That's right. William Murray, the place kicker for the Rams,